Guys, so today I'm gonna show you how to edit a perfect Instagram photo. And I know this is a very requested video and a lot of you want to know how I do this and how I like in general edit my pictures. So in this tutorial I'm gonna teach you how you can edit this photo. Look like that. And this is up on my Instagram. So I'm gonna show you really quick what my Instagram looks like. So my Instagram looks like that, mostly just pictures of me because, you know, selfies. But I post a lot of like OOTDs and outfit posts. So this is what I usually do, and some selfies also. And so here is the photo that I'm gonna teach you how to edit. And all of those tips you can use for whatever photo you're going to edit, but I thought this photo was a bit different and needed a bit more work than I usually do. Let's get started. So first I'm gonna open my photography folder where I have some apps. You can download them all, but I mostly use VSCOcam, MOLDIV and Facetune. So first I open VSCOcam. So I'm gonna open this non-edited photo. Gonna open it. So for this photo I used the filter HP1, and all of those filters that I have I've gotten for free, so all of those you can get and you don't have to pay anything. So that's a good thing. And the other filters that I really like are A5, ASG, and I also like the P1 and P5 for if I want a black and white photo. Then F2, HP1, HP2. HPs I use the most, those are my total favorites. And sometimes I also use P5. For this photo we're gonna use HP1. And here you can choose how much you want this filter, but I usually go with +12, but sometimes I do +10 duo. So next I go here, and all of those utilities I sometimes use, but you know, not for every photo. First I'm gonna crop this photo because I don't want that much wall and that much of my hands. So I'm gonna crop, and I used this one. Yeah. And next what I always use is Sharpen. And I kinda do this a lot, like sometimes I go with, okay, not that well, but sometimes I go with 10 and, you know, something like that. I just really like this, and this gives so much quality for the photo. So for this photo I go with +8. The last thing what I use in the VSCOcam is temperature. This is also the most used thing that I do, and I usually go with -1 or -2, but as you can see -2 is just too cold and too bluish for this photo, so I go with -1. That is it. Sometimes I do some saturation too, but for this photo it just makes it too yellow and I don't like that. And clarity is also one good thing. As you can see, for this photo it doesn't work, but for some photos it gives really nice effect, so I really recommend trying this out sometimes. So as I've done that, I save this photo, save the camera roll, and always I choose the maximum size and the bigger size because, you know, the quality is very important for your Instagram photos. So that's a tip. Next I go to Facetune, and here's another photo that I edited earlier. But open photo, let's choose the one, and again use maximum size because, you know, you better watch out for quality. And Facetune is an app that you have to buy, and it goes about like €4, $4, something like that, but it's really worth it, and I really like that. And I've seen a lot of YouTubers using that. As you can see, you can zoom in that photo that much that you can actually see the pixels, and wow, that's amazing app. First I'm gonna go to Reshape, and here I'm gonna choose for the Refine. And I use this to give my hair a bit more volume, but be very careful because you can see that here kind of like changes its place, and you know, you can fail with the tab a lot. So you really have to know what you're doing unless you really want to fail. So I'm gonna just give a bit more volume so you can see the difference. Next I go to tones. So I don't like my eyebrows on this photo at all. So I'm gonna use tones, and here I use the picker. The palette shows what color you've chosen. Gonna use tones. Gonna zoom this in very much because it is a defined work. So you can see the difference. And when you zoom out, like zoom out the photo, you can't really tell that you put anything on that place. And then I'm gonna again use the picker, choose a lighter shade. Again, tones. And I don't recommend doing all the work at once. Just sometimes click OK and, you know, already save it. Because if you mess up anything, then you have to do all of this work again. And, you know, once that. As you can see, here's like a weird thing again. Then I use the toner. And here you can see the before and after. So I'm just gonna do the exact same thing for the other brow. So I've done my brows, and I think this was the biggest problem for this photo. If I've done that, this takes the most time I think. Then I'm gonna go to smooth, and be really careful when using that. Just do like a little taps, because if you do this too much, then it's just gonna look really fake. It just makes your skin look very smooth and nice and healthy. And I'm also gonna use this here when I did my brow job. And next I go to whiten, and even if you don't have any teeth on your photo, which this is actually made to use for, if you don't have any teeth, then I recommend using this for your eyes and for the white parts of your eyes. Gonna tap a bit, and it also makes your eyes pop a lot more and makes them really tumbler. And the next step is details, and this one I use for any place that I want to be more defined and what is very good and what I want to stand out for this picture. And for this picture, as you can guess, the thing is eyes, so I'm gonna just go over my eyes, and this one again makes a lot of difference, and a bit for my brows too. And I usually do a bit for the hair, and here a bit for scarf. And the last thing that I usually use is the focus, and here sometimes I use the focus, sometimes I use blur, depends on the photo, but on this photo it doesn't really matter which one you use. So I'm gonna use this one and tap a bit on the wall, so it makes it a bit more blurry, and you know, seems like the photo is taken with a better camera or something like that. I'm done with my photo. This is what it looks like. I really like it. If you haven't seen this photo, then go to my Instagram, see what it looks like there. Of course, go follow me on my Instagram, because this is very important and I put a lot of effort in my Instagram photos, as you can see. Yeah. Oh, and I'm gonna show you one more app, and this is MOLDIV. And this one I use to make collages and everything like that. Actually, you can edit your photos here too, but I don't know, I don't really like the system, so I use it only for collage. What is my latest tip, or the latest thing that I really like, is that choosing the collage that has two photos, and for those two parts choose the same photo, so I don't like any frame. And of course you can do like mirror. I'm gonna show you how you can do that. Choose rotate, flip it, and now you have like the mirror effect. But for this photo, I'm not really into that. So what I do is that I let the one photo stay like this and the other one zoom in pretty much. So it gives it very artsy feeling and really like fashionable, and you know what you're doing and all that stuff. And this is a very great tab. I really like it. And also if you want, you can add some text. And you have a lot of collages here. So this was my tutorial. WhiskCam, MOLDIV and Facetune are the most important apps for me. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Go follow me on Instagram. And I'll see you guys in my next video. And also leave your video requests below. Love you!